So you have given a masterclass or a workshop, a webinar, and now people are asking, hey, do you have a workbook or a PDF, something that we can take that summarizes all the steps that were given in the presentation? Typically, you would have to spend time working on that, or you would have to give that task to a virtual assistant or an employee, but that is no longer necessary. Why? Because we have very powerful AI tools that can do the work for you. It's just a matter of understanding how to use such tools. I have a recording of a workshop that was given yesterday to a group of insurance brokers. The topic of the workshop was LinkedIn and how to optimize the LinkedIn profile to be appealing to a certain target audience. What we will do is we will use a recording of that workshop, upload it to a transcription service, and then I will show you how we can leverage artificial intelligence, most likely ChatGPT, that's going to be my guess, to turn this transcript into a workbook, a handout that can be given to those people who were not able to make the live session. All the important steps will be in that workbook. Let's get started. First, I will use a tool called Descript. Here it is. Make myself smaller. And I will create a new project. I will upload the file of the recording to Descript, and that would be here if I'm not mistaken. Let me preview that briefly. Yes, that's it. Uploading the video, and then if I want, I can assign speaker names to the speakers appearing in the video. I'm going to skip that for now. And as you can see, there's a transcription going on. You have to wait 1 or 2 minutes for that transcription to finish. I'll stop the video and then continue when that is done. We have the transcript ready. As you can see, this was over an hour worth of talking, and everything has been transcribed here in Descript. Descript, by the way, is a very powerful tool. I can certainly not show you everything. For this video, all I use Descript for is to get the transcript. In order to export the transcript, I'll come here to Publish, go to Export, select Transcript, and then plain text file is fine. I'm not going to include speaker labels, not going to include markers, and also not the composition name. Now I will export, click Export. Save that to my downloads. And now, as you will see in a moment, I have the entire transcript in here. And that is very powerful and very convenient because now we can leverage AI to create the workbook. In this example, I'm going to use ChatGPT, but of course, there are various AIs that you could try. We'll start with ChatGPT, and then maybe if I don't like the outcome, we can also try other AIs. Maybe we can try Gemini or Claude, but let's start with ChatGPT. I'm a little bit in a time crunch, so maybe ChatGPT is all I need. That's my LinkedIn. You can connect with me, by the way, if you want. Just find me, Shankar Ponsaleh. Clicking my ChatGPT and then opening a new conversation. Here, where you see the file attachment icon, I'm just going to attach our text. And now this is important. We want to be as specific as possible with our prompt so that ChatGPT can do a good job. I am kind of a lazy typer, which is why I like to use dictation to give my prompts. That also avoids that I try to kind of be too concise because I'm a lazy typer. All right, here we go. Using the transcript of the file attached, please create a workshop specifically focusing on the homework that attendees were given, which will prepare them for the next session. Now that that prompt has been given, I will hit return and see what ChatGPT will come up with. As you can see, it's reading the document right now, so it knows all about what was spoken during those, I want to say, an hour and 10 minutes or so. So ChatGPT says, based on the detailed transcript, it's clear that the workshop focused on leveraging LinkedIn effectively, specifically through strategic planning, content creation, engagement techniques to attract the right audience and generate inbound leads. The workshop emphasized the importance of understanding one's audience, creating compelling content, having a clear call to action, and so forth. So it now goes into the three homework aspects that were given to the attendees. First of all, audit your LinkedIn strategy, what has been working, what hasn't, define your LinkedIn goals, who is your target audience, things of that nature, and then content plan development, profile optimization, engagement plan, prepare for LinkedIn newsletter, and data analysis. Deliverables for the next session, a refined LinkedIn strategy document outlining your goals, target audience, content plan, profile optimization steps, engagement strategy, and initial ideas. A brief report on your audit findings of your top 20% clients, including common characteristics and how your LinkedIn strategy will address their needs. So I just want to make sure that this is not asking too much, right? After all, this group has paid us to provide all of these aspects in the series of the workshops. So I don't want this workshop to be, this worksheet to be overwhelming. So I'm asking myself, do I really want them to audit? So definitely what's important is clearly articulate your main goal on LinkedIn. Who is your target audience? What action do you want them to take after viewing your profile or content? That's important. So number 2 is important. So what I will do is I'll actually, let me get myself here in the top right corner. I'll actually will say retain. Okay. For the workbook, retain only points 2. Start developing a content plan based on the strategy session. Focus on posts that highlight your unique value proposition. That is too much. I don't really want them to already have to work on a content plan. So we're going to skip 3. Number 4, begin optimizing your LinkedIn profile to appeal to your target audience. This includes updating your photo, headline, banner to resonate with the persona you're targeting. That is also too much, so I don't want to retain that. Outline an engagement plan. How will you interact with your audience? Is too much because the group will be shown that in future workshops. Research and prepare content for a LinkedIn newsletter. This involves identifying topics that would interest your target audience and planning the structure of your newsletter. also too much. But here comes the important part. Conduct an audit of your top 20% clients from the past 2 years. Identify common characteristics and pain points. This will help tailor your messaging and content moving forward. All right, so I will literally tell it to only retain points 2 and 7. Okay, for the workbook, retain only points 2 and 7 and make sure to give a brief synopsis of why it is important to complete these 2 tasks before the next meeting. All right, so C, hitting enter, and then you can see refined workbook for the next session. Number 1, define your LinkedIn goals, clarify your objectives on LinkedIn, identifying your target audience and the desired action you want them to take. This foundational step ensures all your LinkedIn activities are aligned with your overarching business goals, maximizing the impact of your efforts. Number 2, data analysis. Analyze the top 20% of your clients from the past 2 years. Okay, we already know that. And then, importance of completing these tasks. Completing these 2 tasks before the next meeting is crucial for laying a strong foundation for your LinkedIn strategy. Defining clear goals ensures your efforts are directed towards measurable outcomes while understanding your top clients, helping in crafting targeted content that speaks directly to the needs and interests of your audience, increasing engagement and lead generation. So what is important during the workshop, we put an emphasis on only having one goal. So I will say that it is important that they only focus on one main goal, not several objectives. Okay. So you can see ChatGPT here redefines the output by saying determine your primary objective on LinkedIn, focusing on a singular goal such as lead generation, brand awareness, or networking. This approach ensures a targeted strategy, making your efforts more effective and measurable. Data analysis. Conduct a detailed analysis of the top 20% of your clients from the past 2 years to uncover common characteristics and needs. This task is essential for tailoring your LinkedIn. Okay. Now, very often people ask us, well, what is top 20%? The top 20% are the clients that paid you the most with the least amount of effort. So I will ask ChatGPT to include that. Please make sure to help the user understand that by top 20% of clients, we mean who has paid you the most with the least amount of effort. Also, who did you enjoy working with? That matters too. Okay, so I'll provide that as an additional input. And as you can see, we still have our pinpoint single primary goal for your LinkedIn activities. Okay, I like that. Review and analyze the top 20% of your clients, focusing on those who have contributed most to your business with the least amount of effort and those you've enjoyed working with. This evaluation involves considering both financial impact and your personal satisfaction, acknowledging that the best clients are not only profitable, but also align with your working style and values. Okay, so I like that. Now I'll ask it to place that into a Word document that I want to export, and to make sure that it is branded Growth Academy, which is the name of us, and then our client Mitigate Partners. It should be addressed to them. So let me add that. Knowing that our company is called Growth Academy, and knowing that our client is called Mitigate Partners, help me export a Word document that consists of the worksheet slash workbook that they asked us to provide. Okay, so I'm just gonna fix the capital G here, making sure that Mitigate Partners is also capitalized because it's the name of a company. And then I will hit enter. Now, what is likely going to happen is that ChatGPT will now work in the background on generating literally a Word document. Uh, I think that will happen, which would be really cool. So as you can see, the circle is almost closed, and we will know soon whether we will get a good outcome or not. It's done. Okay, so as you can see, we get a download link. Let me download the file here. And of course, now we want to open that and see if that is styled nicely. Okay, opening Word. Workbook for Mitigate Partners, that's fine. I'm just gonna call it worksheet because it is rather short. And then we have these items. And I think that satisfies the requirement. That is something nice, short, and succinct that they can send to the people who missed the first part of the workshop series. It is not overwhelming. It will let people know that what they have to do. And it has definitely, this has enabled me to show you that essentially I was able to complete this task in about 20 minutes. And without AI, I would most likely have had to spend several hours on it. All right. Hope this was helpful.